in India, but across the world.
Yeah, if you look at the vision of MANAV that the Prime Minister laid out, it is not just for India. It's how we build AI and how we regulate AI. That's really what he's talking about, and it's not within a nation, but in a global mechanism. In fact, many of the issues that Dr. Sharad Kohli mentioned, I'll add to it just to explain what that means. So, when the M part of it is talking about the moral and ethical system, Dr. Kohli mentioned about how it's going to be consumed within a nation. But from a geopolitical perspective, we should not be using AI for killing other humans. It should not be used in warfare. It should not indiscriminately being used, or it should not be used for subverting other nations from a narrative perspective, because you can do it at an industrial scale, which is exponential. It's unthinkable scale in which we can influence the thinking of other of people in other nations, and therefore subvert their sovereignty, which is where the end part of it comes in, the national sovereignty. We cannot be using AI to subvert each other's sovereignty. We need to maintain that respect between between peoples of the world. Similarly, accountable governance. When there are global corporates bringing in solutions, is that solution accountable? If whatever it is doing, is it liable? Can it be upheld in the court of law? Are there permissible proofs that can be accepted in the court of law? What are those guardrails under which we can bring people to the court? So if there are two AIs doing something between themselves which harms humans, who is responsible for it? And those are issues that we need to ensure is resolved. Accessible and inclusive technology. We cannot have a few in the world take advantage of AI while the rest who are even struggling to get a mobile phone in their hand is completely left out from the real benefits of AI. One can always argue that there are secondary benefits, that perhaps they're getting access to water because of AI or access to energy
Yes.
because of AI, but having direct access to AI and therefore being able to significantly improve their lifestyle is what accessible and inclusive should be, both nationally and globally. And finally, valid and legitimate systems. That's the last part of the word Manav. We should be able to test that those systems are as per computer science accountability and validity, that they don't mismatch between themselves, and therefore if there is a certain amount of input given to it, an acceptable output comes up which is determinable in a way. And some of these words are really need to be explained, because determinable in a way goes against the concept of artificial intelligence, but the society wants to have deterministic systems, and those are issues that needs to be resolved as we move forward. And that's really what the Prime Minister has put
Yes.
forth. It has got deep global implications, and I hope as the AI summit moves next year to another nation, they take forward these learnings and these understandings that we have talked about.
And Sumit, already, of course, some of the points made by PM Modi have become talking points, of course, and have begun further conversations